Did you know that Seattle's the 9th most expensive city in the country? The median house sells for $845,000, while the median condo sells for $628,000. But in this video, I'm going to show you how you can buy a house or condo with just $3,500 down or less. Let's do this. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Kyler and I'm one of the co-founders of Joy, the AI real estate agent, and we operate in one of the most expensive states in the country, Washington State, which has seen the highest increase in home prices over the last 40 years. But in this video, I want to share with you that it's still possible to buy a house or condo in downtown Seattle with as little as $3,500 down or less. So let's get right into it. Okay, so before we buy this property for $3,500 or less in downtown Seattle, I want to do a quick refresher on the costs associated with buying a property. And there are essentially two costs. There is your down payment and then there are your closing costs. Now, when it comes to down payment, first-time home buyers typically only put down 8% and repeat home buyers typically put down 18%. But in this video, we're going to put down $3,500 or less. And when it comes to your closing costs, this fee typically ranges between 2 and 5% of your total loan amount and include fees such as your appraisal fee, your mortgage origination fee, your escrow fee, your recording fees, etc. And in this video, I'm going to show how you can get that completely covered. Yes, your closing costs completely covered. Okay, that was the quick refresher. Let's get back into it. Okay, so the absolute first step before we buy a property in downtown Seattle with $3,500 down or less is to find a lender that's willing to work with us. And the good news is I found the perfect lender. It is Rocket Mortgage and their One Plus loan. And no, this is not a sponsorship. I just think this loan's amazing because you only need to put 1% down and Rocket Mortgage will give you an additional 2% down, so you can go in on this house with a total of 3%. So that 2% that they're giving you is a complete gift. You don't ever have to pay for that. It's absolutely insane. So we only need to show up with 1% down. And if we're trying to buy a property for $3,500 or less, that tells us that our price point for the property is $350,000 or less. So this is the loan that we're going to use in this video. Okay, so now it's time for the fun stuff. We already figured out our mortgage. It's time to find the property. And we're gonna use both Zillow and Redfin to find the property. So let's just jump right in. As you can see, I've got Zillow pulled up and I am looking at downtown Seattle. I've put my filters for properties between $300,000 and $350,000. They must be at least a 1-bedroom and 1 bath. And they can be either house, townhouse, multifamily, or condo. So I'm just gonna scroll on the right. It looks like majority of these properties are condos, which I guess kind of makes sense because Seattle's so dang expensive. So let's see if we can find one that looks nice. This one right here looks quite sleek. So this property is just $335,000. Let's take a look in here. Oh yeah, that's quite nice. Oh yeah, this is a very, very nice property. It's not super big by any means, but hey, I'll get the job done. It looks like it's about 663 square feet. Hey, it comes with a pool, washroom, gym. All right. Nice little rooftop. Yep, this is sweet. This will do. So this is the property that we will buy with $3,500 or less as the down payment. So now that we found this property in Zillow, I'm just going to take it and go over to Redfin. And the reason for that is I found that Redfin oftentimes has more information on the listing than Zillow does. But I do like Zillow's search capabilities a little bit better than Redfin. So what I'm looking for here is to see if there's any commission tied to this property, and boom, would you look at that, selling agency compensation of 3%. So we found the property, we found the loan, and we know how we're going to put just 1% down, right, with using Rocket Mortgage's One Plus loan. But then we have this other cost, right? We have our closing cost. So how's that going to get covered? Well, when you use Joy, the AI real estate agent, we actually rebate back to you 70% of the buyer's agent commission back to the home buyer. So as you saw on this listing has a compensation of 3%. So we're going to rebate 70% of that back to you, which will be 2.1%. And if you remember, your closing costs are typically between 2 and 5%. So this should cover all of your closing costs. So this is exactly how you buy a property in Seattle, one of the most expensive cities in the country, in one of the most expensive states, Washington State, for just, well, with this property, it's just gonna be $3,350 down. That's how you do it.